You are watching On Demand. Please do not try to vote or enter any competition or other interactivity in this programme, as it may not count and you may still be charged.
With this spell, turn us into a double! Oh my God!
Great. I'm gonna love this.
Where are you? We need some help from you now. Come on. Settle down.
Uncle Fester has joined me.
Gomez.
Cousin Itch has joined us as well.
You just scared the living daylights out of Corrie.
I actually nearly fully swore.
Welcome to a very frightening Friday on Loose Women. Joining you for some Halloween hijinks are our loose heroes and villains, starring Frankie Bridge as Wonder Woman, Jane Moore as Harley Quinn, Linda Roxon as Catwoman, and Kay Adams as the Joker.
And welcome to a spectacular edition of Loose Women. Coming up is one of this year's best-selling costumes for Halloween. But would you let your child wear a COVID costume to go trick-or-treating? At 1 o'clock, Corrie Steve, a.k.a. actor Simon Gregson, will be sharing some spooky tales from the cobbles, including the former cast member who used to haunt the set and why he dreams of being a professional ghost hunter. Speaking of which, we've got a real treat, no tricks, for you at 1:15.
Women, 2 for yes, 1 for no. They've liked it. They've absolutely liked it.
Yeah, we sent Coleen and Linda to Britain's most haunted house with Yvette Fielding last week. Find out how they got on just a little bit later. This is such a weird experience. I didn't know what my voice should be doing. I didn't know whether I should be trying to be the Joker. I didn't know whether I should be trying... Jane, you look menacing with that bat, I have to tell you.
Do not mess with me. Oh, yeah.
I think we need to tell everyone that Jane all day has said that she didn't have a big enough bat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where has it gone? I had a child's rounders
It's a lot
bat.
smaller.
And you
It's like
weren't
this.
happy. You
How?
just weren't happy.
Now I've got the real
to get
thing. Jack, where's my round? Look at this.
You wasn't happy with that.
Look. Look.
Yeah.
Rubbish.
Oh.
She's happy now, though.
I'm happy now.
Well, let's see how you became Harley Quinn this morning, Jane. There we go. Ooh, looks good.
Trying not to fall over.
I know.
I think you should keep the hair. I like it.
Do you?
At least you're a woman this time. You're always complaining that
I
you
know.
used to get dressed up as a bloke.
Every year they go, will you be a man? And I went, no, I want to be a woman. Look, Fred, I was Gomez. Look at that. I mean, please.
I was told you'd be a man today. I'm a bit disappointed.
Well, do you know what? They tried to make me be a man. I won't say because I think I'll have to do it next year, which one it was. But I insisted this time I had to be female.
Well, Linda's not. She's come as Miss Whiplash. Look at that.
They said, what would you like to come as? I said, something sexy for a change. And they said, what like? So I said, what about Catwoman? So I'm a very sexy, although I don't look like I'm sexy, but I'm a very sexy.
You look gorgeous.
It doesn't.
And look at your little tail.
No, yeah.
No, it's a mangy little tail. I have to
It's got a
say.
scruffy little
It is
tail.
a
It's a
mangy
mangy
little
tail. Look at it. Pathetic, isn't it?
Well, let's see how you transformed into a sexy pussycat.
Oh.
There she is.
There she is.
Oh,
You love that whip.
She loves it.
Are you taking that whip home?
Maybe.
Frankie, I tell you what, I lobbied so hard for you to be Uncle Fester.
I know.
I was on the phone.
Did you?
Yeah. I mean, look
I
at
have
you.
been Uncle Fester.
Oh, my flower isn't even working. I mean, sitting here looking like this, sitting next to blooming Wonder Woman. You look amazing.
Sorry. It wasn't my decision.
Oh. Let's see the transformation from Frankie as gorgeous girl into gorgeous girl.
Yo. She means
Look.
business, though.
Yeah, I know. You're not the first Wonder Woman, though, on the show. You know
And
that.
Kay,
I
are you
was
not
special.
dressing up today or at all? Or...
Yeah.
You could have made it.
transformation.
Oh, right, OK.
There she is. They didn't even give you a wig.
Shut up. I tell you, though, I was happy when I saw the clip earlier on that when you were spinning, you kind of lost your balance, because I nearly knocked myself out on that wall.
I heard you nearly. I was like, who was that?
Look.
It doesn't surprise me at all.
I was so pleased when I was spinning round on my shine. I tell you what,
Calamity Jane.
these are the comfiest shoes ever. I'm never wearing anything else.
If they're
on loose
new
women.
shoes and they're on a table, you're in
Sorry.
Yeah,
trouble.
that's it.
Oh, God, my mum would have hated me.
Yes.
Especially
She
near
really
Halloween.
would have.
Exactly.
So, I was going to say, obviously, we're dressed as superheroes and villains. I'm hoping it's obvious. So, do you have any superpowers, Jane?
Oh, do you know, mine's a really... I mean, if I mean, seriously, what you would consider to be your... mine's really boring. My superpower is logic.
Right,
Yeah.
OK.
So, like, if anybody says to me, this is my dilemma, I'll go, OK, this is what I would do, or da-da-da, and I work it out in my head. Or if somebody says something to me where they're trying to get one over on me, I think, yeah, but a minute ago you said this, and that wouldn't figure, because
You are
then when
good at
you did
that.
that wouldn't work out. That's my
I think
superpower.
that's a good one. I'd like to be like that.
Yeah, no, Jane is like an absolute sort of machine. She's like the Matrix. I mean, I think you'd all agree that Linda's superpower is discretion and keeping
Oh,
secrets.
100%. 100%.
No, I think my superpower is knowing when someone's a bit down or someone's feeling like upset or whatever. If one of the drivers in the car in the morning looks a bit down, we have a chat. I make him laugh and I cheer him up. So I'm good at that sort of thing. You know,
Yeah,
like
you are,
sensing if
actually.
someone's, you know, not feeling up to it today or whatever. So I'll cheer him up. I'll say, let's not go to work today. Let's elope to Brighton, me and you.
Right.
Now you're wearing that outfit, you probably will.
You'll never get out of Brighton in that, I tell you. Do you know what my superpower is? I have got the most amazing bladder. I really do. You're not
to share
impressed?
that on air today.
Well, how long can you hold it before you want to go?
Oh, my God, forever.
We're going to call you Kay Bladhams.
Kay Bladham. That is
All day?
All through the night, Jean. All through the night.
I'm jealous.
You don't get
I
up in the
really
night
am
to go
jealous.
away?
No.
Oh, my God, I'm up
Isn't
to
that
three
good?
at least
Yeah,
4
me too.
times. I know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a bit sad that I'm on national television saying my superpower is my bladder.
That's it. That's
A
it.
little bit.
It is very sad, actually.
The 30-year-old director's just gone, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yes, that's sad. Yeah.
it is. We discovered something unusual about you this morning, Frankie.
Which part?
Not saying you don't have a superpower, but obviously the other part of Halloween is sort of fears and things. And
Yeah.
Jane is Mrs. Logic. I mean, I've always known you're a bit odd because you hate the bubble gum on the bottom of my
Yeah.
bottle.
Put it away.
You genuinely don't like
Put it
that,
away.
do you?
No, it makes me feel... It's like... It's just wrong. Like, there's bins for that. It's been in your mouth for a really long time, and it's been on there for a really long time. I just don't get... It doesn't make sense.
Does it upset you?
It really... Yes. It's horrible.
But there are all sorts of other stuff that upsets you.
Yeah. Right, where should we start? I feel like there's some therapist watching it and I'm like, right, taking notes. I don't know. So, one that I talk about a lot is I'm quite scared of ketchup. I just hate it.
Tomato ketchup.
Those especially. So I hate the word condiments. Like, it just makes me go, bleh. Like, I hate the word, and I hate all condiments as well. So, like, especially those ones, you know, when you go in a cafe and they're, like,
The
sat on the
cheap squirty
table
bottles.
and they've got that bit of... They've got
Did you
that,
have, like, a
bit round the
childhood
edge.
trauma involving a condiment?
No, I don't know what it is. I think it's just going into places and you know they've been there for a while and people have just refilled them, they've probably not washed them, everyone's picked them up and used them.
So that's what it is. It's an anxiety
Washing.
about
Yeah.
cleanliness.
Yeah.
Do your boys not like ketchup?
I have never given it to them. They've been given them at school and stuff.
Do they not say, Mum,
lately.
can we have some ketchup? No.
My youngest does, but I can't physically give it to him. And then
Yeah.
if it's on the plate, I then can't clean that away. And I've got a thing about cutlery as well. You know, like if you've got a fork and one's like almost like one of the prongs is sticking up a little bit further than the others.
Yeah.
Or if it's like a bit of like it makes me shiver, like tinny, you know, when they're really thin. And then like you put it in your mouth and just the thought of that feeling in my
I
mouth.
suppose you ever
like...
leave the house.
But I used to leave the house with plastic cutlery in my bag. How sad's that?
Seriously?
Yeah.
And, like, what about the usual things? Spiders, creepy crawlies and
I'm
all
terrified
that
of all of those as well, yeah. They're not my best friends. Like, daddy long legs don't really bother me, and, like, insects in general, but spiders definitely. like once we had one in our bathroom and Wayne wasn't there, so the only thing I could think to do, because I was like, I can't go to bed with this massive spider.
You didn't kill it, did you?
Didn't kill it.
No.
Well, I don't think I did. I sucked it up in a Hoover, and then I was scared that it would crawl back out, so I left the Hoover on for about 40 minutes, an hour, to make sure it was fully sucked in. And then I couldn't rest, because then I was like, oh my God, it could be laying eggs in the Hoover.
Oh, my
So then I left the Hoover out the front door and shut the front door. When I woke up in the morning,
Now
Wayne
what's
got
gonna
back and I was
happen?
like, you need to empty the Hoover.
Now what's going to happen is that all his friends are going to come back and lay their eggs on your face as you sleep.
Don't be horrible.
You'd be no
Don't be horrible. Even I wouldn't be that horrible.
Would you?
No, I wouldn't. Give me that bat. I'll have the little one and I'll hit you with that
I'll tell you
one.
what, there's all these rumours about you going into I'm a Celebrity. I hope they're not blooming true, because you're in trouble if they
If it was
are.
full of cutlery and ketchup, it would be my nightmare.
I know. By the way, there is a name for people who've got a fear of ketchup. It's mortwisquisphobia. I think that's what it is.
Easy for you to say.
No, well, clearly not. There's lots more to come on today's spine-tingling Halloween special, including one of this year's best-selling costumes, the COVID costume. But is it in completely poor taste? And could your face be revealing more about you than just your feelings? I hope so. We'll be finding out all about the art of face reading in just a few minutes. See you after this.
She's quite stern-looking, very, very opinionated, quite frightening. In fact, she's really terrifying me. Oh, she's cold. She's cold. Janet.
Welcome back to a truly terrifying Halloween edition of Loose Women. We'll be finding out more about Coleen and Linda's hunt for ghosts at 1:15, and Corrie's Simon Gregson joins us at 1 o'clock to share his own spooky stories. And of course, we'll be asking if the rumours are true, and he's going to be running into anything else frightening in the I'm a Celebrity jungle. Castle, actually, it's a castle this time, maybe like our Frankie. Or maybe not. She's not telling us anything. Now, is it okay for your kid to dress up as the coronavirus this Halloween? Apparently, the COVID costume is a bestseller in some fancy dress shops, but is it just too soon? I kind of feel it is, I have to say. It's still really too sensitive. What do you think?
Yeah, I think we were saying earlier, weren't we, that if you went and knocked on the door of someone who'd lost a loved one or something through COVID, I think you maybe wouldn't find it very funny. But then equally, I don't know if I'd look at that and assume it was COVID.
Looks like a bogey, that green one.
Yeah,
Looks like a sort of a hairy bogey, look.
Well, that's where your head goes, Jay.
It's like Shrek meets bogey.
But why is it a COVID costume? I mean, all they've got to do is wear a mask with any, like, fancy dress costume, haven't you? And then that would be a COVID costume, wouldn't it? Just by wearing a mask.
Yeah.
No?
Oh, yeah, no, I suppose a mask like that. I don't know. I mean, as it's got more elaborate, you know, the whole Halloween has changed so much, hasn't it, over the last 10 years? We're always talking
Well, look at
about
us.
this. Yeah, well, look at us. My God, yeah. But now also people have started to question costumes much more, whereas Halloween used to... I mean, it is bad taste, Halloween, isn't it? The very sort of
It's
essence of it's bad
macabre,
taste.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's black humour, it's spooky,
It starts in
frightening.
September as well. I mean, you know, everywhere was filled with pumpkins and, like, broomsticks and everything. In September, they started getting ready for it then. Like, kids are going to pumpkin gardens to pick their pumpkins and everything. All this is, like, new, isn't it, really? The
It's
last
like
few
everything.
years.
We kind of follow on from America, don't we? So, like, when... I don't remember Halloween at all when I was a kid. And then when my oldest was young, it would be like maybe a sheet over your head with a couple of eyes cut out of it.
Yeah.
And then, you know, America, they go round sort of dressed as corn on the cob or something. It's not even necessarily a horror outfit.
Is it not?
No. No, they would do, like, Wonder Woman like this. So, I mean, there's nothing horrific. She looks amazing. So that's what they would do in America.
She looks all right. I mean, she looks all right. Nothing great, nothing special.
I feel like, yeah, sometimes it's an excuse for some people to just Get a bit sexy.
Like me. Exactly. Say no more.
Using it as an excuse.
I know you're really toning it down, but whoa, Linda! Hey! Madam Whitlow. So do you think taste comes into it at all? I mean, do we need to worry about what's tasteful, what's not tasteful?
I think you can do bad taste if it's fictional.
Yeah.
So sort of like, I don't know, Hannibal Lecter or, you know, I don't know, trying to think now of... or Michael Myers from Halloween or something like that. But I think sometimes if it's
too
real,
yeah,
it's trickier.
Yeah.
Because as you say, you don't know whose door you're knocking on.
Absolutely. Well, it's competition time now, and a spectacular double prize package that's anything but frightful. A massive £30,000 and a camper van are up for grabs. Craig Doyle has all the details.
A vamper van.
It's a huge week in the world of competitions as we're giving you a chance to win £30,000 in tax-free cash and a brand new camper van. That's right, a camper van for you to enjoy all year round. Road trips don't stop after the summer, and you could head out for endless adventures in this Volkswagen Transporter T30. It's worth over £75,000. It sleeps 4 people, comes with all the mod cons, and you can take it wherever you want. And don't forget, there's the money too. £30,000 in tax-free cash to spend however you like. Here's Holly, a previous camper van winner.
My dream has come true. I've always wanted a camper van, and now I have one. We've done lots of staycations, we've been to Dorset and lots of other UK attractions.
So for a chance to win this 2-prize package, that's a camper van and £30,000, get your phone out and pop that entry in. Text prize to 81119. Text costs £2 plus 1 standard network rate message. Go to the website, entries cost £2. Call 09068 781119. Calls cost £2 plus your network access charge. Or post your name and phone number to DY43, PO Box 7558, Derby, DE10NQ. Entrance must be 18 or over. Lines closed on Friday, the 12th of November at 3 p.m. Good luck.
Now, people have long turned to horoscopes, tarot cards and palm readings to unlock the secrets behind their true selves. But did you know that your face also has telltale signs that reveal the real you? So here to tell us what our laughter lines, or wrinkles as they're known as here, really mean is face reader Marie Chandler. Good morning, Marie. Good afternoon, Marie. How are you?
I'm good, I'm good.
I'm good, and you're in character. How fabulous. Tell us...
Oh, this is the normal Friday night.
So tell us what face reading is, Marie.
Yeah, well, face reading is really, people's biography is written all over their face. So really looking at someone's face, you can tell their character, their temperament, their emotions, really their life story, how their childhood was, and how the world has shaped them, their experiences. Wow.
Well, as you might imagine, we are really, really curious. And I know that you've been sent photographs of the 4 of us before we've got on our Halloween costumes, thank goodness.
A bit different.
So, come on, tell us, we're all ears. I think you've got me first. Hopefully I'm unrecognisable. So I'm Kay. What?
Yeah, I'm actually laughing at the characters, what you look like, because what I see from UK is you actually have quite a delicate nervous system, and you've actually learned how to stand your ground. So you're very confident in who you are, and you're very tenacious. You hold on to things and you get things done and see things through to the end. Well, when I look at your mouth, not like that, but you can be quite tight-lipped about yourself. So you can be quite private, not willing to share too much about yourself. And one of the gifts you have is the ability to deflect. So when the conversation does become about you, you can deflect and start talking about the other.
Oh, that is so spot on. It really is.
Although she has just spoken about her bladder on the TV.
Oh, well, I have to say, Marie, I'm pretty impressed. Let's go to Frankie next.
Hi, Frankie. Well, you're in good costume as well, because you have a lot of empathy for other people. So I know that you're extremely sensitive and you feel people's sensitivities. Within yourself, you're very passionate and very determined and very confident. You absolutely know who you are. You love a good chat. And with your wide mouth, if that chat's about you, even better. Very sensible, very sensuous, and you do feel things and people at a very deep level.
Ooh, what do you think, Frankie?
That's all right.
Yes, all right.
Yes, sounds about right. Yeah. You are.
I don't know how I feel about the big mouth thing, but it's fine.
I tell you what, Marie, the hardest nut to crack on this panel is Jane, because she's not easily persuaded by these kind of things. So what does Jane's face say about her?
Well, isn't it interesting she did that with her eyes? Because the first thing we notice is Jane has very compassionate eyes. She also has a voice for others, so she's willing to go that extra mile and fight that unfair fight. And she's really wanting to be seen, but at the same time, she wants to be hiding behind a lamppost. So put me on stage, but don't call me out on it. And she's learned how to speak and when to hold herself back. So she has that really good balance.
Wow, that is so good. Can I just ask you, is there a difference also between the sort of the left-hand side of the face and the right-hand side for people in general?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, when we do a face reading, we look at the shape of the face, and then we also look at the left and the right-hand side. So the left-hand side is your relationship to self, your feminine side, and the right-hand side is who other people see you to be. So like you can see here with the three faces, that one in the middle is you.
Yeah.
And then the difference between the left and the right is the conflict that resides within. So how well they play together. So if those three pictures look alike, then who you present to the world is a true reflection of who you are inside, and you're not holding on to anything.
Wow, that's fascinating.
Well, we've got to have Linda. What did you see in Linda's face, Marie?
Well, Linda loves to burn the candle at both ends, and she's absolutely a supporter of other people. We can tell from a few different features on Linda that she's overcome a lot of adversity, and she will still come out fighting because she is your best friend. And, you know, she's there for you. And she really does like to follow structure. So she knows she doesn't miss anything out because she likes to complete things. And what we can see here is the fringe covering her face.
God.
So we absolutely know she's a lot smarter than she wants other people to give her credit for. And as you can see, the right-hand side where there's that structure where she's willing to hold that fight. But really, when we look at the left-hand side, she's very sensitive, but she doesn't want you to know that.
Exactly.
Marie.
Spot on.
Thank you very much, Marie. That was absolutely fascinating. We're all very happy with that.
Yeah,
Thank you very
very
much.
happy.
Excellent. Lots more to come into today's ghoulishly good show when Linda shares some spooky stories from the night she spent with Coleen in a haunted house later on. And you might want to get ready to hide behind the cushions for that one, Linda, because I believe it's a goodie. And there's more ghostly goings on after the break when Corrie actor Simon Gregson tells us all about the woman in white who's apparently haunted. Who's to blame for bringing her into the... Oh, I don't know if I'm looking forward to this or not. We'll see you in a few minutes. Next week, it's Green Week here on Loose Women, so we'll be looking at the small ways in which each of us can make a big difference. Whether that's saying no more to meat, recycling your wardrobe, or learning how to wash wisely and reduce waste. We've got everything you'll need to become the ultimate Queen of Green. All next week on Loose Women.
Somebody's watching me.
Who was that woman? Oh, welcome back to a very freaky Friday on Loose Women, getting you in a spin this lunchtime. It's our very own Wonder Woman, Frankie Bridge. Isn't she a perfect Catwoman? It's Linda Robson. Giving Margot Robbie a run for her money, it's our Harley Quinn, Jane Moore.
She loves that.
And well, holding a bit of a joker, it's me, Kay Adams. Still to come on today's Halloween special.
Linda, I see dead people. I didn't think I could make it.
We're going to be seeing more of that at 1:15. And Jane, I believe you're going to make Frankie feel a bit better about herself.
Yes, yes. So we're having lots of comments on irrational fears. So Karen is with you. I'm the same with ketchup. It's the smell of it and just the thought of it on the plate. Louise, cotton wool sets my teeth on edge. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Joe, Scooby-Doo scares the hell out of me. Becca, wooden spoons.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of wooden spoons.
Joanna, elbows. She says summertime is hell. The sight of saggy, flaky elbow skin makes me gag.
Well, I've just gained a new one.
Oh, yeah. Donna, wet tea bags. Amanda, the skin that forms on heated milk.
Yeah, no, it's not nice. I love the way you just turned to me. Yeah, I'm not fond of wooden spoons.
What are you fond of?
I don't know, there's not a lot, to be honest.
Earlier on, she said the word segment.
Oh, it makes me angry. I really hate it. Just call it, you know, when you're eating an orange and someone asks for a segment, just ask for a bit of orange.
Anyway, on to the next segment.
Yeah, your logical brain must be in a complete spin change. It's like a segment. And hello to all our other lovely loose women out there who are all going mad on the WhatsApp group, and they're all saying, well done to the loose women makeup and wardrobe team today. You have been absolutely incredible. Thank you so much. Now, today's guest is best known for propping up the bar at the Rovers as Corrie Steve McDonald, but in real life, actor Simon Gregson is more used to chasing spirits than drinking them, as he claims to have had several brushes with the supernatural. You look as if you, what is it, from Cabaret. Anyway, he joins us now live. It's Clara Bowles from Corrie. Hi, Simon.
Wow.
Hi.
Sorry, I insulted you before I even said hello. I'm really sorry about that.
What did you say?
Nothing, Simon, nothing at all. Who have you come as today, Simon?
I've just come off set.
I thought you were Liza Minnelli.
I just thought I'd find something in the makeup department, and was just lying around. It's lying. It's lying around in my bed.
It suits you. So you are really genuinely into all the supernatural stuff, aren't you?
Yeah, I love all the supernatural stuff. You know, I think, to be honest with you, the reason for it is because it would be so nice if there was something else, you know, afterwards. So, yeah, I am into it. I've had a few experiences.
I mean, does it scare you or just intrigue you? I mean, how do you feel about it?
It intrigues me, but also there has been some scary moments. I think I used to live in this flat in Cheadle a long time ago, and there was definitely something there because one night we didn't go home. We were somewhere else, and one of the neighbours went absolutely mental of the fact that doors were banging, microwave kept pinging on and off, and George, who was my chinchilla, obviously, was living in the spare room, and he'd scream, a really high-pitched scream, and they only do that if they're terrified. So what was he frightened of, you know?
Poor George.
Who's swimming wasn't fun.
Yeah.
All right, so have you actually ever, big cynic on the end here, sorry, have you seen a ghost, do you think?
Yes, I have seen a ghost. There is a white lady that's in our house where we live now. I've seen her, Emma's seen her, my wife, Alfie, my son's seen her, and a good friend of ours, Jason, he saw her as well, walking down the stairs behind his husband. So he was like, "Oh my God, I've just seen this woman in white walking behind Steve." And I said, "Oh yeah, that's our resident ghost."
But do you live in a really old house?
You know what? No, it's 30s. But when we were renovating the house, there's that many footings for other buildings. I think all that land was owned by the De Trafford family way back when. So I think there could have been all sorts of stuff there. I know there was a load of RAF anti-aircraft stuff there.
Yeah.
So.
You should get, you know, there's a whole load of people now online that do the history of houses. You should get it done and see if anything...
I've tried, you know. I've been everywhere looking for something online. I can't find anything. I'll have to find a really old person in the local pub. They'll probably know.
Yeah, go on.
Do you not want to move house?
Yeah, I know.
But I'd want to move. I don't think I'd be able to stay there.
No, I wouldn't be able to either.
Completely fine. She doesn't do anything. You know, we've seen her a couple of... Alfie saw her reading a book. I saw her go from one bedroom to the other and quickly rang Emma and said, "Oh, my God!" Well, first of all, I thought that she was home early.
And what about the Corrie set? Have you seen any ghosts on the Corrie set?
I've never seen any ghosts on the Corrie set. We did Most Haunted on the Corrie set, and we didn't really see much. There was a lot of banging and things falling over. A couple of people had a couple of spooky moments, but I personally didn't see anything. You know, although I'm really into it and it fascinates me and I'd love it to be real, I'm also a skeptic too. I think you've got to have a healthy balance of the both.
Yeah.
So it's not like full on, go surreal, you know. Unless I actually sit down and have a conversation with one face to face, like in Ghostbusters. But that's when I'll be 100% convert.
Well, Simon, talking about being the sceptic, I'm just loving the fact that Jane, as Harley Quinn, is sitting on the end of the panel, just nodding away, because she just doesn't believe this stuff. Do you think Simon really has seen the woman in white in his house? Come on. No.
No?
But why have they all said it?
Stuff, obviously.
And also, I just kind of think, with all of these, you know, things that people see, you never really see a proper photo.
Well, you say that, but, you know, if you watch all these documentaries and stuff, there are thousands of photos which people have taken of, you know, what they believe to be a spirit of some kind. And when we did the Haunted Castle, the Haunted Mansion, we didn't actually see anything ourselves, but the crew were beside the poor girl, poor lady that was working on the crew. She was beside herself, bawling with tears because she'd seen something. And, you know, I've worked with some of the best actors in the world, and that was a good cry, so that was for real.
So you mentioned you mentioned castle there. Was that a little Freudian slip to do with a certain Welsh castle that you might be going into?
No. I thought it was called Castle.
Come on, Simon. Come on.
You can tell us. It'll go no further.
Come on.
Oh, yeah. Is there anybody listening, do you think?
Probably not.
Tell you what, I'd go in there if it was haunted and do a victory.
Well, if you ever were going to end up in the I'm a Celebrity castle, how do you think you would get on, Simon? Because, of course, Bev Callard, it turned her vegan, for goodness sake.
Well, this is it. I'm thinking about doing it myself. And just for, you know, all the health reasons I should be thinking about, because the size of me at the moment, I actually do look like Fester from the waist down.
The last time you were on this show, you actually said to us that, you know, what was you actually said about Bev being vegan, that basically you didn't believe it and that she'd made it up because she didn't want to eat nasty things. Did she give you any stick for that afterwards?
I've not seen her yet. She's living her best life, isn't she? Gallivanting around the world, so I've not had a chance to get beaten up by her yet. So I look forward to that.
Off around the world with was it the mega? I won't say the word that. Her partner was. Yeah. Oh right, okay. We don't talk. So what are you doing for Halloween then, Simon?
Well, the guys are having a little bit of a party. I don't know where actually. I'm doing a charity gig, so I do a lot of work for charity. I'm doing that on the Sunday, so I'll miss it. But the kids are well looking forward to it. They've got all the costumes ready.
Oh, brilliant. All right, well, listen, Simon, thanks very much. Really good to speak to you.
Great fun.
Yeah, bye. Bye. After the break, it is the moment we've all been waiting for as we find out what happened when we sent Coleen and Linda off to Britain's most haunted house with Yvette Fielding. Expect chills, thrills, and plenty of things that go bump in the night. And not just when Linda needed the loo. See you after this. Welcome back. Now, a lot of you have been getting in touch about our costumes, so we're just going to have a proper look at them in just a few minutes. Can you see them all? Look at that Wonder Woman costume. You look so good. And so do you, Linda. You look absolutely fantastic there. Wow. Oh.
Look at those pins.
Jane, I'm slightly nervous of Jane with that bat, to be perfectly honest. I want someone to take the bat away from Jane.
I'm trying.
Will you take it away? We're going to be finding out whether Linda ain't afraid of no ghost after she and Coleen spent a night in a haunted house. But it is competition time first, and this prize, worth over £105,000, is definitely more of a treat than a trick. Here's how to enter.
Fancy getting that winning feeling? Well, I've got just what you need. Here's your chance to win the ultimate family fun package. There's a stunning brand new camper van plus loads of cash. Tempting, right? First up, there's a show-stopping £30,000 in tax-free cash up for grabs. That's like having an extra £3,000 every month for the next 10 months. And no need to worry about planning that next big holiday. You'll also win a brand new VW camper van worth over £75,000. Just imagine hitting the road with your loved ones for those adventures of a lifetime in your very own Transporter T30 camper, all kitted out to help you feel right at home wherever the road takes you. For your chance to win your own camper and be £30,000 richer, text prize to 81119. Text costs £2 plus one standard network rate message. Go to the website, entries cost £2. Call 09068 781119. Calls cost £2 plus your network access charge. Or post your name and phone number to DY43, PO Box 7558, Derby, DE10NQ. Entrance must be 18 or over. Lines close on Friday, the 12th of November at 3 p.m. Good luck.
Now, last week we decided to pack Coleen and Linda off for a night of thrills, unexpected tingles, and perhaps a few screams. Here's how they got on.
Oh, I'm remembering it all.
So here I am outside Hickleton Hall in Doncaster, supposedly the most haunted house in the UK, and there has been some paranormal activities. There's over 100 rooms in this house, and there's been the ghostly figure of a lady looking through the windows and whispering when there's nobody there.
Look, Bob, I've left you a vegan shepherd's pie in the microwave.
The hell?
And vegetables. Open it, you'll see it there. Look, I can't talk to you now. I'm at an haunted house.
Linda, what are you doing here?
I've got to go. Bye. I've come to investigate the haunted house.
Oh, talked you into it as well, did they?
Yeah, they have.
Sent 2 old wrecks for no wreck.
Oh, yeah. Dear, oh, dear. Are you nervous?
I'm scared to death.
I'm absolutely petrified.
I tell you what, I hope there is.
Do you?
Toilet.
Oh. We're here with ghost hunter extraordinaire Yvette Fielding and the most haunted team who will guide us in our search for some alleged paranormal activity.
How are you both feeling?
Well, I mean, Yvette, can I just say I only agreed to do this for a laugh, and since I got out of the car, terrified.
Yeah.
Really scared.
As we were walking in, we kept looking at the windows to see if there was anyone up there. We haven't seen anyone yet.
Well, I think you'll experience some haunting things tonight. This place is riddled with paranormal activity. But I think what I want to do, after we've introduced you to a little bit of phenomena, is if you're brave enough, I think you should experience some time completely on your own in the cellar.
You've had our fan mail from loose women, haven't you? Put them in the cellar.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with you having the willies put up you. Now,
never.
you're going to experience that down in the cellar. Come on then, follow me.
After you, Coleen.
Why am I going
Go on, you go
first? No, why have I got to go first?
Yvette then showed us what she claims is how she communicates with spirits.
In most grand houses, staircases are the sort of focal point for a lot of hauntings. We've also got Carl and Stuart here from Most Haunted, and what you can already hear now...
It's banging. You go and have a look.
How many of you are here watching us now?
4.
Did you get 4?
I've got 4.
Do you ever watch Loose Women? 2 for yes, 1 for no.
They've left it. They've absolutely left it.
Next, we headed upstairs where we couldn't believe what happened.
I'll tell you that.
In there.
In there?
In there.
Was something thrown? So now I think it's a great time for you girls to go off completely on your own in the cellar.
What, on our own in the cellar?
Bye.
For how long?
Can somebody peel Linda Robson off the pillar, please? I was enjoying it up to this point, but I don't like this.
Making sure no one's behind us.
Oh my...
What was that?
It's the door shutting.
Oh. Carl, I read there's a naked, ghostly man that walks around Doncaster.
I've got no lippy on. Linda, it's the best news.
I'm being serious.
So am I.
Oh my God. It stinks.
Oh, Lynn, look at that. Look at the cross. Upside down.
Oh no, that is really spooky. Can you give us a sign if you're here? Don't throw anything at us, but maybe just touch Coleen. I'm in the mood for dancing, romancing. I'm giving it all tonight.
To be honest, we've had worse audiences than the Dead.
I just felt like someone just touched my neck, or something just touched my neck.
Really?
We conducted various experiments throughout the night, including table tipping, which Yvette claims is direct communication from a ghost in the room.
It's shaking.
It is shaking. Go on, keep
going. Keep going. We can feel your presence now.
Which, if I'm honest, we couldn't explain. And the next stop was the building's chapel.
This room is, again, allegedly haunted, so shall we see if we get anything in here? Yeah. Yeah? Okay. I know there's a woman here. I know that she walks these halls. She's quite stern-looking, very, very opinionated, quite frightening. In fact, she's really terrifying me. Oh, she's cold. She's cold.
Janet. Let's have a little sing-song, eh?
Go on.
Go into the chapel and we're gonna get married. Go into the chapel.
I'm not being funny. If that doesn't clear this place of ghosts, nothing will.
Well, I'm just not going to sleep tonight. It was the most frightening day of my life, honestly. It really
I
was.
absolutely loved it. Thank you so much for having us.
So, will you come back same time next year? Same
Yes,
place?
yes, we will. And I'll drag her with me. Come on.
Maybe.
See ya.
See ya. Thanks, Yvette.
Linda,
Yes?
don't forget, don't look in the mirror when you brush your teeth tonight.
Oh, shut up. Come, Cole, we're out of here.
Oh, let's go.
Oh, I do think I've actually wet myself. Oh, it's going down my legs. I do think I did actually wet myself. There was no toilets in that castle. There was a portaloo round the corner and it was absolutely rotten.
So is that the most frightening thing about it, the fact you had to
No,
hold on
there
all
was
night?
something frightening that happened, right? We all had to keep a meter's distance. There was no one near me. The crew were all in front of me. There were some other ghost hunters around and something went like that, like this. I'll show you, on my neck. Something. I was looking around to see what was behind me. There was nothing there. So that's the only thing that I can't explain. Something definitely brushed my neck.
Come on,
Not
Logical
your bat.
Jane.
Not your bat.
Come on, Logical Jane. What could it have been
What was
that
it?
brushed her neck?
Spiderweb?
I'm saying nothing.
Well, what do you think it could have been? Definitely something went like that on my neck.
Imagination.
It wasn't imagination, honestly, it wasn't. Something actually touched me, just like that.
Did it?
I know.
If it had been my ex, he would have touched my bottom.
Did it? No, listen, you know, whatever floats your boat.
Yeah, OK. We're going to send you next year, OK?
Yeah.
And let's just see how
I'd
that
love to
goes.
see someone like Jane do something
Yeah,
like that.
I know,
Because
that's-
you do get worked up when you're in that
Yeah,
situation,
that's
whether
a
you
You're
believe
in a
it or
scary
not.
place. It's pitch black in there. It's freezing cold. It stinks. It's horrible. So
Jane
obviously
says, I
things
rest
don't-
my case, it's imagination. That's all the tricks and treats we've got time for today. I hope you have a fabulous Halloween. Goodbye.